bad lighting and stuff like that, and it annoys me. So I just,
That's fucking awful. God damn it, Corey.
What's wrong with my ring?
All right, Chris, editor's notes here. This is ADP 22017. That's America's Diesel Podcast 22017. This is a current events episode. We're just kind of talking about recent news. We may end up pushing this one forward a little bit more. Today is April 13th, 2022. Let's get this show on the road.
All right, so you know how we both have the same affection for the John C. Reilly and Will Ferrell
Yes,
combination.
totally.
And the reason I bring this up is because Sherlock Holmes is on Netflix, and I love the movie with Robert Downey Jr.
Yes.
Like, those are epic. Love them. You brought up that one with Will Ferrell. That is, I haven't even seen that whole movie because we walked out of the theater like within probably 15 to 20 minutes. I should probably give it a second chance, but that has been the only movie where we went and paid, got like, because it was one of those movie theaters where they serve you food and beer like as you're watching the movie, which is cool. But we got our food, so it must have been more than 20 minutes because we ate and had a beer already. But we walked out of that movie, and the ticket person like at the end was like, "Oh, what's going on?" We're like, "The movie sucked," and he was like almost like devastated that we just left. Like, I'm like, "Yeah, dude, this is a terrible freaking movie."
Like, you wouldn't even stay for like the beer and the popcorn. Like,
No, dude, this movie is junk. Like, there's not many movies of Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly because they're a great combo.
Totally.
But man, that was junk. And you haven't seen it. You need to watch it and tell me like within the first 20 minutes that you would not stay for that movie. Okay. And I feel like people would our listeners would agree. It's pretty shit.
What we're gonna do is I'll start watching it because I pretty much only am able to watch movies with my wife because that's the only downtime we ever have is to watch movies.
She's gonna be so mad at you for turning.
I'm not gonna tell her about this part.
Don't.
Though.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna tell her.
Like Sherlock Holmes.
Hey, you
want to
watch this shit movie with me?
Yeah, no.
Because she'd be like, "Why are we even trying to watch it if it's shit?"
No, give her. That's gonna be the control.
No, yeah, I'm not even.
That's gonna
if
be the
my
control.
wife just doesn't want to watch it, I'd be like, "All right, yeah, the movie sucks."
Yeah. It's terrible. It is bad.
For some reason, that it reminds me of like times that I've either just like walked out, left, whatever. One of the only times that I ever like really got pissed off at like a movie or a CD or like an album or something like that.
Yeah.
And Metallica, Saint Anger. I ejected that CD and threw it out the fucking window in my Ranger. I was like driving south on 101 in the Bay Area. I just got so pissed off. I was like, "This is garbage!" Eject. Woof.
I don't know about that.
Yeah. I'm not, and I'm a Metallica fan, guys. I love Metallica. Like people are like, "Are you Metallica or Megadeth?" Metallica, 10 times out of 10. Okay, guys. But yeah, I threw that album out the fucking window, and I have yet to give it a second chance.
Just junk.
I think it was just garbage. Keep in mind, like, I would rather listen to Load and Reload before Saint Anger.
Corey, do you agree with that? You do? Wow. Oh, wow. See,
Yeah.
I'm not. I was never a big Metallica person, like rock. I've always listened like to country music, and yeah, I don't know if I've ever had that experience. Like,
yeah,
so
I'll tell you.
like, this is shit.
Yeah.
Like,
And that's the other thing too is like a lot of people don't like Load and Reload. I would take those. I would take that and Garage Days over Saint Anger 100% every day, 7 days a week.
wow, strong words.
And I happen to be more of like an old Kill 'Em All and Justice for All. I honestly like Ride the Lightning. It's not like when I first think, man, I listen to Metallica, I always go to And Justice for All. It's my first one I always go to. Ride the Lightning has got to be, it's for me, it's And Justice for All, Kill 'Em All, Master of Puppets, Ride the Lightning, and then any other new shit. And S&M can be mixed in there anywhere. If I've got a good stereo to listen on, S&M could possibly interject anywhere in there. Yeah.
All right. Fair enough.
Do you have any idea what
No.
S&M?
Nope.
the San Francisco Orchestra and Metallica did a double disc album together. It's actually amazing.
Really?
Yeah. Nothing like a heavy metal band backed up by like a 150-piece orchestra. Oof. Like it oof.
Yeah,
it is. Yeah. It
all right.
makes the hair stand on the back of your neck and your nipples hard, man. Especially on a good stereo. 100%. Okay, guys. Thanks for tuning in. This has Ben and Tyler from America's Diesel Podcast, coming at you from Spokane, Washington, where it's currently almost
second winter.
Like the really, really pre-spring second winter. It's like cold enough for snow, but it ain't happening.
Yeah.
What the hell, man?
When I was driving back from the sand dunes on Sunday, it was snowing. Like a lot. It was snowing last night.
I was looking out my window and you can see like the snow. Like if you look up, you can see snow, but it doesn't even get within 10 feet of the ground before it actually like just it's gone. It's like it's weird. Yeah, thanks for tuning in. You can check us out on Google Play, SoundCloud, iTunes, Spotify, anywhere that you listen to podcasts. You can find us on there by searching America's Diesel Podcast. You can also find us on the old social medias, Instagram, Facebook, sort of TikTok, and YouTube. YouTube is probably the best place to leave comments if you want to have a chat about the episode. We have some usual suspects that always chime in every time. Jim Lawrence looking at you, bud, our resident fact checker who receives absolutely zero compensation but always leaves a dissertation, and I love it. Carl Chumas also coming in hot with a lot of good stuff as well. Chase Wilcox, some of your usual suspects right there. Instagram, for those of you that don't know, we do have an Instagram page. We are really working on pumping those numbers up because we do want to get that a little bit more notoriety out there. So if you don't follow us, go ahead and give us a follow. You can find us on there by searching America's Diesel Podcast. We do go live every Wednesday. In fact, we just finished one of those live sessions because we film usually 1 or 2 sessions every Wednesday. After one of those, we go live for about 15, 20 minutes, right around 5 p.m. Pacific time, and have a nice lively chat, answer questions, let you know what we have going on, and just all around have a good time and a beer with the boys. Tyler, hit him with the reviews.
Oh, yeah. Let's keep those reviews coming in, good or bad. We'll take both. Doesn't really matter. Screw it. I think both help.
Yeah.
Whatever. But leave a review on any of the platforms that Ben mentioned earlier. Screenshot that and send it to podcast@dieselpowerproducts.com. Make sure to include a picture of your truck or the truck you want and your address, and we'll send you a sticker. It looks just like our logo right behind it. Me, right there. Yeah.
Yeah. Lastly, if you need parts for your diesel pickup truck, make sure and check out dieselpowerproducts.com. Website is live, obviously 24/7. We have sales techs on the phone 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Pacific time, Monday through Friday. They can answer any questions you have and get you the part you need ASAP. If you're looking at a part on the website and it says quick ship on there, it is a verified in stock. Pull the trigger, let it ride, get it going ASAP. And if you are a podcast listener and you're ordering products on the website and you're on the phone, make sure and tell me you're a podcast listener. We tally those up at the end of the week and make sure that we're getting all the good numbers, staying in the green. If you're ordering online in the shipping notes or delivery notes option, I can't remember which one it is, make sure and write the word podcast so I can search it later on. If you purchased something from us in the past and you're listening to this, you're like, damn it, I didn't write podcast on there. Don't worry, you can still let us know. Shoot me a DM, email, call me, whatever. Let me know your order number or your email address, and I'll get that flagged and tagged and make sure that counts towards us doing a good job here. Lastly, if you're buying parts for your diesel pickup and you're not shopping with us, I want to know why. Straight up, good, bad, happy, sad. I want to hear about it. Because honestly, at the end of the day, anything you can tell me about why you're shopping with someone else only gives me more arrows in my quiver to make our website better and help you get the parts you need faster. Anytime I can put a smile on your face, I'm happy about that. Also, in the comments, I want to hear about what is your order of Metallica albums? I want to hear that.
Okay,
let's get into the episode.
All right. So I usually get my diesel news and like information on cool new things by Diesel Army. Artie, I've
love the guy.
met him, hung out with him.
Yeah.
Great dude. He does a kick-ass job on at Diesel Army. So I came across this. I came across a couple of things, but the first thing that I sent you earlier. Okay, there's a 2002 Ram 2500.
So this has been circulating the Facebook for a little bit here.
This particular one?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
It's come across
I never saw it. But anyways, 69 miles on it.
Ayo.
Hey.
And that's not 69,000.
Yeah. No,
that's
69 individual. Not 3 digits, 2 digits, 69. 69 miles. It sold on a website. You've heard of Bring a Trailer?
Bring a Trailer, yeah.
So my dad showed me that website like not too long ago.
Mm-hmm.
But it sold for $76,000.
That's insane.
Dude, that is insane because okay. I love me a second gen. I think that body style done right is a killer looking
I
truck.
love that body style.
I think it's so aggressive looking. I love the front
fenders,
end, the fenders. It's just like, yeah. I interior could be, better, of course. We all know the dash issues. They fall apart if you look at them wrong. But, like, for that price, like, dude, that guy could have bought a brand new Power Stroke or a brand new Cummins loaded with 0 miles. But you just bought a VP truck.
with almost double the horsepower. I shit you not, almost double the horsepower. That's an NV40. It was an automatic?
It's a 5600 NV 6-speed.
So that's it's got a no.
I think it's 235 horse.
235 crank?
Yeah. But like I get that it's a low mileage truck, but let's be completely honest with ourselves here. Listen, I owned a second gen. I think they are a great truck for a newbie diesel guy that wants a used truck to get into diesel and play with and work on. It's an easy truck to work on. Parts are still relatively cheap for it. Even the injection pumps aren't too bad.
They've actually gone down in cost.
They've gone
if you
down.
can believe that or not. When I first started here, they've gone down in cost.
Yeah, there's a ton of parts out for them. It's a great platform for a newbie.
Yeah.
But my God, 70s, like, I want to talk to the guy that bought that truck. Like, is he actually going to buy this truck as his daily truck? Or is this just like maybe a guy that's just like collecting vehicles? Because to me, that is so outrageous, so overpriced. Like, I think at most that truck should have brought.
I'm gonna say 50.
I think that's still too much.
I think 50 is like.
That's pushing it, man. I think
It's got less than
30,
100 miles on it.
But it's still a VP44 powered truck with
if you're in
lackluster performance.
The thing is, if you're in the $30,000 range, that's the sub 100,000 mile truck.
Yeah, I get that, but man, for that kind of money, you could almost buy my truck.
Yeah.
And my truck has more options than that truck, and it has way more power. Like, has double the power.
Yeah.
So to me, it's just like,
so he's
I get that it's a low mileage truck. Yes. Okay. You don't find a truck with sub 100 miles on it ever. Like, that doesn't happen.
No.
But at the same time, it's like that. I think that price is super overinflated. I think 30 grand would be the cap on something like that. Anything after that, you're just wasting money.
Well, I think it's pretty clear that whoever bought that is buying it for either reasons that we cannot comprehend or for just reasons unknown.
Yeah,
for all we know, he's a
know,
freaking
man.
millionaire. And his
but at that point, why buy a second gen with that kind of mileage? Why not buy a third gen with that kind of mileage?
So he's probably sitting there going, okay, my grandpa had this truck because he's the one that built this empire. It's nostalgic.
Sure.
I
or maybe
want it.
Ram bought it for their museum of trucks.
Right.
Who knows? I would rather spend that kind of money on a first gen with 69 miles on it than I would a second gen.
But maybe just it had to be a second gen. I don't know, man.
I want to talk to that guy.
I want to talk to you too. I want to find out who bought it.
He's probably some eccentric, like, just like kind of half schizophrenic kind of person. I don't know.
I bet you this gets shipped to Dubai.
Yeah.
For some reason, I can just see some guy.
But still, like, those guys.
Some shake over there, just like Dodge Ram, 69,000 miles.
69.
Oh, 69. Oh, 76,000. Okay. I will not eat steak tomorrow and afford it.
I mean, it's a clean truck. It's a sport, so it's got a paint match front bumper.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a paint match rear. It's white. But, man, for that kind of money, like.
Well, here's on the other side of that. And me and you were just talking about this today, just before this thing started. So give you a little bit of backstory about like how me and my dad started talking about this. So I don't know why, but for some reason, I think my dad is starting to look at trucks. I would consider my dad a truck guy. He always has been, but at this point in his life, let's be real, he doesn't need a truck.
Yeah.
Okay. But he was also the guy that impressed upon me in my early teen years. You're never not going to need a truck.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but my dad's also he likes European. He's like a BMW. He likes a twin turbo BMW. He likes to go fast, but he's like, you know what? I worked my ass off. I'm retired. Like, I don't want to be in some rickety old car. Like,
Yeah.
I like to go fast, and I want a nice stereo.
Yeah.
I want a nice leather seat. It was all kind of shit. But I think he still has that kind of thing in his back pocket where he's like, where I think deep down inside he really likes my blue truck because of what it represents.
Yeah.
And me and my dad have like complete polar opposite like political views.
Oh yeah.
But when it comes to like automotive rowdiness, he and I are on the same page with stuff. Like the whole thing as far as like LS swapping everything, he and I understand it, we get it, but it's like we're sort of against it, but at the same time understand it.
Yeah.
It's like if he or I ever got like an old classic Ford, we'd have a hard time putting an LS in there. It'd have to be a good reason to put an LS in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, it just
Right.
put the right engine in there. Keep this, cars have souls.
Right.
Cars, there's a little moxie, a little shaky shake in a car. Cars feel things. You know what I mean?
Yeah. If you're gonna do a newer engine, like do a Coyote swap or something.
Exactly. But he's been sending me these. He's in Reno, and he's been sending me these ads for these trucks, and it's pretty evident that he hasn't started just for some reason looking until the last like 2 or 3 weeks, or else he would have been accustomed to these prices. He's been sending me these trucks. He's like, Ben, the fuck, what is this?
Yeah.
How in the world could they ask this much money?
Yeah.
Are they serious? Is there? And his thing, it's like he knows like square body Fords, OBS Fords. That's my jam. So he'll message one to me. He's like, "Is there something I'm missing? Is this engine like the 6 month production that makes it worth this much?
Yeah.
What am I missing here?" But that's a very analytical guy, and I'm like, "No, man.
This is this
And
is
honestly,
how it is.
That's an F250. That's got a TTB in the front. That's actually the less desirable one. Nobody wants that.
Yeah.
Why are they asking $6,000? It is what it is, man. That's
Yeah.
what it is right now. And so I feel bad because he's like, I feel like he wants to spark a conversation, but I'm just like, dude, where have you been living on a rock? Like, what the hell, man? You have Facebook? Like, shit.
Yeah.
And so I sent him one today of because I have a screenshot of the old one that I sent. We talked about in a previous episode, truck pricing.
Yeah.
It was at the like 419,000 mile F350. They were
Yeah.
asking $20,000
They had a new
for.
paint job.
They had a new
Yeah.
paint. I was gonna, and I sent him that one. He's like, oh. It's like, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But there's actually one that popped up, somewhat local up here. So it's actually in Missouri. That's not local at all. Who the hell sent me this? Why is it in the Spokane Craigslist? Wow, they must be doing a nationwide. For some reason, I just said local. I thought I said Montana. I said Missouri. It's Missouri. So this is not local to us at all. We're in Spokane. It's in Missouri. Way off. But for some reason, it's listed in Spokane. So good job, whoever made that listing on Craigslist.
Maybe there's a Spokane,
it's-
Missouri.
It's a dealership. It's not. It's,
Oh.
it's in
Oh,
Eureka, Missouri.
Gotcha.
But it's a 99 Dodge Ram 3500 5.9 one owner 5-speed 4x4 extended cab, and because the year has the open third door.
Yeah.
Yeah, NV 4500 truck, bone stock, dually, mind you, 76,000 miles. $41,800 asking price. And I'll go ahead and put it out there. This thing is absolutely pristine. You and I are looking at pictures. Dash is perfect. It's not leather interior, but there's not even a crease in the seat. It's owned, and even the description, it says owned by one elderly couple. And I think because of where it originated from, I think it originated from up here is why the posting maybe hit up here, because I talk about it lives in a place where they don't use salt. We don't use salt up here.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're asking, it's an SLT. They're asking, almost $42,000. So that, going back to your 69 mile
Yeah.
for $76,000.
Listen,
Let's
I
say-
get it's low mileage, but at the same time, I think there's a cap on those trucks. Like
Yeah.
again, there's
there's
front end issues, there's injection pump issues, there's interior issues on these trucks that you cannot get away from. I don't care if it has 69 miles or not. It just sat.
They're
and
not
it's going to
looking at
happen.
They're not
No,
looking at that though. They're looking at the truck. It's an asset.
I-
They're trying to see it as an asset.
It's not an asset.
I
That's
know,
my money
all right?
into.
They're looking at it as it's an object that cost them
I understand
nothing.
that, but for $76,000, I could get a really nice brand new truck, really nice, that has a screen in it that's probably bigger than the TV in my RV.
I'm going to put this out there, and I don't want to try and put myself on a certain economic level, but where me and my wife are at right now, if someone just gave us $76,000 with the knowledge that I have, and I'm not saying I'm a freaking genius or anything like that, but the way that my wife and I have set ourselves up in our life, if someone gave us $76,000, my kids would be set for life, and I'm pretty sure their kids would be set for life.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying because $76,000 is enough to cover everything else, but
Yeah, but if they give you $76,000 to buy a truck with, and that's the only thing you could buy, you ain't buying a 69-mile second gen. I can tell you that right now.
no.
There's no way you would do that.
They
There's
don't-
no way.
Not even a little bit.
No, I wouldn't even consider it. Be like, wow, that's way overpriced. That's a freaking stupid deal. That's ridiculous.
76,000.
That's outrageous. It's outrageous. I have to use the bathroom. This sucks. Can you talk for 2 minutes
I
by
can talk
yourself?
for a little bit, yeah.
Okay.
All right, ladies
Keep
and
them
gentlemen.
entertained, Ben.
This is Ben time. So we talked about Metallica at the beginning of this episode. We're going to talk about Metallica now. I'm going to go ahead and go on a little rant here about heavy metal, if you will, thrash metal per se. I know that there was me and Corey are going to talk right now because you can't see him on camera. But me and him are going to talk. Me and him. Little backstory: me and Corey. There is no way that me and Corey weren't in the same place at the same time, sometime in Southern California. Because all of our, if we had trackers on us, we didn't know each other. But I guarantee we're in the same place at the same time at one point. So there's the big four for what's like the 80s and 90s heavy metal. What was it? Metallica, Megadeth, Slayer, Anthrax. Okay. Of those four, okay, I'm a Metallica fan, hands down. I will say as I've gotten older, I have become a bit more of a Slayer fan. I was never not a Slayer fan. Let me just put that out there. But for some reason, I have just found myself listening to more Slayer. So you're Slayer over Metallica. Can we all agree that Anthrax is number 4? 100%. Okay. Well, so would you be Slayer, Metallica, Megadeth, Anthrax? Okay. You and I are not far off then. I would be probably Metallica, Slayer, Megadeth, Anthrax. Wow, I totally forgot Black Album in that
way
rant
too
there.
much.
Everything else, I would probably so what I said before was I can't remember if I said Kill 'Em All or Injustice for All first, but those are my top two tied. So we'll say Injustice for All, Kill 'Em All, Master of Puppets, Ride the Lightning, Black, everything else. Saint Anger, not even on the list. I disregard it. Yeah. Corey's happy he never bought. I know you can't hear Corey right now. I mean, he had like a one-sided conversation, but yeah. Yeah, last note, Anthrax isn't any on the list. I've never even bought or downloaded anything from Anthrax. Yeah, Megadeth I could take or leave. There are some guys that are hard Megadeth guys, but yeah.
To be fair, all
It's true. But it is, Corey says, all those bands I could really take or leave. And I agree. They're not like, if you took away those four bands, I'd still be okay in my life. But, yeah, of those four, Metallica is my top one.
just to throw a little bit here, I would put Black Sabbath in the Big Four conversation over Anthrax. And I'm
So-
not sure why they didn't.
Black Sabbath over Anthrax in the Big Four. I would totally. I just think that the Black Sabbath, just timeline-wise, because when you think about the Big Four, it's like the Big Four Stadium Tour arena guys.
A little earlier.
Yeah, they're a little too early. Yeah, 100%.
All right, back to diesel trucks.
Yeah. Hey, I would say there's a lot of diesel guys out there that are also, don't get me wrong, I like my country. And we could dive into some country sometime soon if you want to talk about country.
Sometime soon. So this one kind of struck my eye, but then when I read about it,
Mhm.
I was like, okay, that's still kind of stupid. So one thing that I thought that Ram missed the bus on
Mhm.
is putting a diesel in a power wagon. So having a power wagon with a diesel. They don't do it. Power wagon.
Like the Ram Charger Power Wagon type deals? Or
No, the power wagons you could buy that come with like a winch and better wheels and tires. And
So it's still 2,500. Just
2,500 power
so the
wagon.
2,500 like trim package, all that, like the Power Wagon trim package if you will,
in a diesel.
but not a diesel.
Right.
I totally agree.
Okay. I think they missed the bus on that because I think that's pretty cool because when I think of a truck, now I know they're more thinking of like off-road stuff. Obviously it's lighter, not by much, but it is lighter, blah, blah, blah. But I think that would be cool to have the Power Wagon with a Power Wagon with a diesel. I think that'd be
I remember
badass,
people calling in asking, like, they're basically trying to make a diesel Power Wagon.
Right, but you have to add, add a winch and all that fancy stuff.
mhm.
It's got lock, sway bar disconnects, all that fancy stuff, right? So I saw this heading. Again, shout out to Diesel Army. This is where we get basically all our news from. So it says this just in, a 2022 Silverado new diesel off-road package.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, cool.
Silverado.
Cool.
Salt axle, maybe?
No.
Don't want it.
This is so stupid. This is what they consider off-road.
BFG all-terrains. Bilstein Shocks Factory.
It's got, according to GM Authority sources, this upcoming diesel off-road package will be offered in the LT and RST trim packages. The new 2022
Say RST?
RST, yeah.
I do not know of that trim package.
I was trying to think of an acronym, think of what it stands for, but I have no idea. RST, whatever that is. The new 22 Silverado will be backed with a list of upgrades, which include the following. Now, when I
Sit down.
when I didn't look at what it was listing, and I was like, oh, sweet, like maybe some cool, like a locker, like a winch, like some extra, some lighting, some cool stuff.
Baja control arms or some shit, like some cool, right?
Yeah, you'd think. 373 axle ratio.
No shit.
Didn't they already have that?
How is that something you list as an upgrade?
LT 275 65R 18C MT Goodyear Wrangler Duratrack black wall tires.
You can't see my face right now, but I'm visibly upset.
This doesn't even, like, I want to call GM and be like, you guys are idiots. This is not even supposed to be on an off-road vehicle. Chrome assist steps. Guys.
You can't even at least...
Hard folding tonneau cover. Guys. Do you... You guys did so good with the diesel ZR2. You did so good with it. This is your off-road package? What is off-road? Like your yard? Like a grassy field?
I'm stunned.
Yeah. So, 3-liter LM2 Duramax turbo diesel, 277 horsepower, 460 foot-pounds of torque. Still more horsepower than that 99 whatever year freaking second gen we were just looking at for $72,000.
Cost the same.
So yeah, I immediately got depressed after I started looking at like what it entailed.
So the 370.
Oh, it's got red tow hooks, but I think the non-off-road package has red tow hooks.
So if the 373 is part of the off-road package, what is not part of the off-road package? What gears they come with?
Probably 355s and LT 265, 55. Like, I don't know, but they're good years, but they're not Duratrax.
They're not black.
And they're white wall.
The tires are flipped around.
Chrome assist steps.
That just...
A hard folding tonneau. What is a hard folding tonneau cover have anything to do with an off-road package? I would think like maybe some sort of like, like a bed accessory package or something, with, like you can put a, like Ram, okay, Ram box. They have a freaking gun mount. Badass. These guys, no, hard folding tonneau cover, which you can pick up aftermarket for probably half the price. Anyways, yeah, it's disheartening.
I'm upset.
This one, I didn't read all the way through this one, but the title of it just speaks volumes. VP Harris announces actions to replace or repower diesel trucks. So,
I got a lot of comments there, but I can't see them.
This involves anyone with a diesel-powered truck or bus with a 14,001 pound GVWR or more. So by January 1, 2023, a vehicle with 14,001 pound or greater GVW with a 2007 to 2009 engine must be replaced or repowered with a diesel engine that has the newest emission standards.
Okay.
So yeah, you either gotta do an engine swap on your. I mean, we're obviously talking about like heavier duty trucks.
So there's going to be a huge market for some cheap ass 07 and 09
seriously
trucks.
Seriously, it's just so ridiculous. Her talking about it would probably be like, we see the possibility of a cleaner world with the possibility of us possibly being able to live the dream of cleaner environment via the possibility of everybody dreaming the impossible, but then turning it in to the possible. Like that's all I hear.
and you got to end it with, and when that time comes, we'll have that conversation.
We'll have that conversation.
We'll have that.
We're going to continue to. I thought she was continuing to do what they've always done.
So we're going to continue to do with what we thought we needed to do what we've always done.
To get to where we're going.
To get to where we're going. To protect our future. By regarding our past in respect
to what we're
everything.
Doing. And to what we're doing.
To what we're doing currently to project better.
Better. Cleaner world. Do you know what's funny about like this administration? I don't know how real this is. I just saw it was something on Instagram where it was Elon Musk talking to someone. They had like the electric car summit.
Yeah.
And
Texas.
Elon was like, I wasn't even invited.
Oh, yeah.
You had like GM and Ford. They're like, oh, they're groundbreaking electric vehicles. Nobody's buying them.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to spend that money. Nobody's buying those vehicles. And then Elon's like, well, freaking selling the crap out of Teslas. Like, I've said this before. Tesla would probably be the only electric vehicle that I would even consider buying, which is not going to happen because I don't like electric. I'm not a huge fan of electric vehicles. They have their place. I'm sure they're cool. I'm sure they're fun. Sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Don't want to deal with it. I like internal combustion engines. I like power. I like sound. I like that combined into a throttle pedal that you can use and feel and just, yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Also, let's talk about a little bit current event here. Elon Musk buying a 9% share in Twitter.
Yeah.
And them saying, all right, cool. You want to come on the board? He's like, nah.
He should make their motto just to piss everybody off. Make social media great again. That should be Twitter's new, just to rattle their cage.
And the fact that he went out on stage to open Texas's Gigafactory in a cowboy hat.
Yeah.
It's like you have one of the most like eclectic, possibly autistic dudes, successful autistic. Well, like if he is actually, we all know he's probably in the spectrum somehow. And he's the richest man. Is he the richest man in the world?
I think so. Yeah, I think he passed Bezos.
Either way, and the fact he has the wherewithal to walk out like, I'm in Texas. Cowboy hat.
Yeah.
Cowboy hat.
Yep.
Anybody? Cowboy hat? Yep. You give me that cowboy hat. Give it $10,000. Yep. Give me that. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Crazy. So yeah, that's kind of all I got for like just kind of the main stuff I saw. I don't know. Anything else you want to talk about? You want to indulge me in?
If we end up talking about this, we're gonna go down a deep dark circle.
That's okay.
But it's how far GM missed the ball on that off-road package.
They had an opportunity.
I feel like every company. Oh, first off, are we ready to go down this? Are we doing it?
I think we're already there.
Fuck. All right, let's go, boys. Everybody, get your tissues out. Get your sad pants on. Let's go down the dark hole. If OEM manufacturers actually took a second to take their heads out of their asses to actually talk to people and go out and do things like, say, Jeep does or potentially Ram does, and actually see what people are using their truck for and making these – they wouldn't make these stupid, god-awful packages. How do you have the audacity to call that a fucking off-road package?
I know.
There's nothing off-road about that. You put an all-terrain tire on there, black side out, and gave it mediocre gears and a fucking tonneau cover?
We're like, listen, guys.
Red tow hooks? What is this, a fucking Jeep? Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. It's just
We got a ton of red powder coat left. Okay, powder. We're gonna powder coat some tow hooks red. Okay. We got a ton of tonneau covers that we didn't sell in the earlier models. Let's put a tonneau cover on it. We'll paint the tow hooks red, and get this, guys. We can use the same tires. We're just gonna flip them. Put the black wall out. That's it.
Hurts no one.
Off-road.
Boost the economy.
Like, who's that guy? Who is in? I gotta Google this. Who's in charge of the off-road? Who's in charge of the truck program at GM?
I gotta say, I'm glad you interjected right there. I dropped a bunch of f-bombs.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys, but the tips of my fingers are tingling right now.
Well,
How
I just
much
feel
that
like
pisses me off.
they've had so many years of. At this point, there's been so many modified trucks out there that they can pull ideas from to make a better off-road. Like, they're competing with the Power Wagon. I think the Power Wagon is probably one of the most outfitted stock trucks for off-road. That's a full-size truck.
You like just like we all know, a Jeep is probably and possibly the Bronco now, but factory outfitted.
That's not a truck.
I know, but
Yeah.
see, I'm going here.
'Kay.
So like a Jeep or a Bronco is going to be the most off-road oriented vehicle on there as far as like half-ton, whatever. You get into the actual like 3/4 ton size truck. A Power Wagon is the most outfitted truck, period.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man,
I'm looking at all the executives at GM right now to try to find who is in charge of this. None of them look like they've ever even drove on a dirt road.
you want to know what? This may be a good spiral real quick here, but like there is a certain genre or edition, like edition of truck that I think is being completely missed, and I think they're Dodge. Somewhat tapped
It's
into
Ram now. It's Ram now.
Ram, sorry, yeah. Ram somewhat tapped into it with their tradesman edition. The truck for the working man has everything you need, nothing you don't.
So
right?
I have a feeling it's probably Alan M. Wexler, is because he's Senior Vice President, Strategy and Innovation. Possibly this guy. Again, looks like he's never. It has to be him or the president. That guy's got a strong chin.
He's got a big old chin.
he's got a strong chin.
Okay, that guy looks like he drives a Tesla to go fishing.
Yeah.
He may go fishing in some really random places.
And he's got like the whole get up, the vest with the flies on it. He's not even fly fishing.
Like, okay, there's two ways that guy goes fishing. He drives a Tesla,
or he just opens his mouth and face plants into the water and just grabs him with his mouth. It's like going.
It's like imagine Jay Leno times like 3.5 right here. So we're talking about this guy's jawline. Okay, so this guy is in addition to that, he also either drives up in a Tesla to some curated fishing spot where the Tesla's no more than 50 feet from the best trout fishing in the world, right?
Yeah.
Some random spot.
Yeah.
Or he gets literally dropped off by a helicopter to go fishing and picked up again.
Yeah, and it's probably like a stocked pond at a golf course.
Yeah. In some place that, Otherwise, this guy. Okay, let me get back to that. We could rip on this guy's jawline for the next 6 years, and I'd still be happy about it. So who's that cue ball? Who's that bald guy?
Whoa, this guy's got a forehead. He could just advertise for the off-road edition right on his freaking forehead.
Guy's got a billboard forehead.
Okay,
we can't
we're
do
making
that.
fun of
We
people's
just-
looks. I know I look goofy too. I got a shitty hairline.
It's called slander, isn't it? Yeah.
We're gonna get sued.
We did it. Okay.
But
So
no,
let me get back to this edition of truck that I think is being completely missed.
Okay.
I think that the towing edition of truck is being completely missed.
Yes, 100%.
And what I mean by that is, they make the off-road truck. They make the platinum truck. I know it's a Ford thing, but they make like the high class, like it's a truck, but it still can, hold its own in the city amongst the Mercedes and the all kinds of super nice on the inside. They got the trades edition truck or the tradesman or something like that. It's like bare bones. barely power anything. You don't need that. You're working.
Yeah.
F that.
Yeah.
What they're and I don't want to say it's the hot shot edition, but they're missing the Tyler, the guy that tows, and it can be on a single or dual rear wheel.
Well,
but
do you remember the Ram Long Hauler edition that they kind of teased?
Hauler?
Yeah.
No.
So that's kind of what you're talking about.
That's
there.
exactly what I'm talking about. If that's what I think it is.
Let me see if I can find
the
a picture.
name
of it.
implies
Ram.
exactly what I'm thinking.
It comes with like an extra, like a slip tank, in between the cab and the bed, so that it's longer.
Mhm.
I'll show. Yeah.
So like nice seats, entertainment system, more aggressive gears.
Yeah, it's a concept. Look at this thing. So this is the Ram Long Hauler Edition. So that is a truck designed for, you guessed it, long hauling.
Yeah.
So you see the added little piece in front of the bed,
Totally.
between the cab and the bed.
That's great.
Yeah. So they teased it. It was a concept, but it never hit production.
So the tow edition guy. So like you have a 50-gallon tank.
Yeah.
Having a
love that right now.
a factory larger tank than that, or even like a factory option for a slip tank in the bed, something that's got like maybe a.
I think if they did, there's so many hotshot drivers, like you said.
Mhm.
If they took a mega cab and made it with a flip down bed in the back and like a small fridge freezer,
Mhm.
cooler, some sort of amenities, maybe a little TV, something for the guy that's going to pull over and take a nap in his
like
truck.
they used to in like the top cakes and stuff like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100%. They should bring it back.
You know what they need to bring back? Cowboy campers. I said it. Long hauler edition, tow edition, like the long hauler cowboy.
Yeah.
Bring back. Tell me a 5th gen with a factory cowboy camper would be badass.
You're talking like where the cab it's like extended and
where they have that extra like
the extra piece,
like 2 feet of like it looks like a shell on the back.
Yeah, you just like take out the rear window and it just kind of
Yeah.
attaches.
Yeah.
I make it an option, but there's plenty of room in a mega cab for a person to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's plenty of room for a single person to sleep back there.
And even so, the tow edition, bring it back with so it's got aggressive gears. It's got like minimum 410s,
Yeah.
and not only that, bring back the manual.
Yeah. Yes.
For the tow guys.
Yep.
Bring back, and that's the only way you can get it. It's not an off-road edition.
They would be
it's
the
a tow
only
edition.
heavy-duty truck that you could still manually shift.
And it comes
Does
with
anybody
like
know why they got rid of the manual transmission?
I would
Did
imagine.
they not sell them? Like, are you kidding me? Like, why would you not? Like,
That's a good
if my
question.
truck was offered in manual, you bet your ass I would have.
Yeah, you would have bought it for sure.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. Like, there's no question. 100% I would buy that.
Mhm.
Why did they get rid of it? We need to try to find someone that we could talk to.
I have a
I feel like we
feeling-
could have a good conversation with Ram, where it'd
Mhm.
be like like we talk, where it would be like GM or Ford. It'd be like, well, listen, it just wasn't feasible with the current market. And
Yeah. Bring Captain Chin on.
Captain Chin
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll call him Chimney.
from GM.
Yeah. No. Yeah. No. Shit. That's the wrong guy. We
Yeah,
need
that's
we need
that's guy from
Daryl
GM.
from we need Daryl from Ram.
Yeah, yeah.
We need the
to talk
guy
to him.
the guy that's bounced from department to department. He was fired from SRT.
I want to talk to that guy who was the guy that put the SRT engine in the minivan. Like
Yes.
that's the guy. That's like our people.
Yeah.
That's our people.
I want to know the guy who made that call. Come on in, sit down. We'll
Yeah.
pour you as many Teddy Brewskis as you want.
Yeah, seriously.
We'll put your pager on vibrate.
Yeah.
We'll have ourselves a good old-fashioned talk.
Yeah, so I 100% agree with you. I think they should have went. I mean, I know I kind of have an idea on why they didn't do that long hauler version. Obviously, it's a stretched frame, so it's a totally different chassis, totally different frame. The bed, it looks like, is a piece of the the main bed of it is like from a long bed, but there's that added section there. But I mean, the frame would essentially be the only different part, and obviously fuel system stuff. I'm sure you can transfer fuel from tank to tank or whatever you
Yeah.
need to do. But I mean, heck, they've had that technology since the 90s. Your blue truck.
Yeah.
Like
Dual tanks.
dual
electronic.
tanks.
Beep.
Like, come on now.
Literally used it day before yesterday. Still works.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know, man.
I don't know either. It's kind of sad.
Yeah.
because
So-
I do agree with you. They are missing the. I understand why they didn't do the power wagon and a diesel kind of a thing. I get that.
I can see that. Yeah.
I can see that.
Mhm.
But yeah, step out of the box. Do something that, I mean, guys use these trucks for truck stuff.
Yeah.
They're towing stuff. They're a lot of self-employed people that do hotshot driving. They're towing campers or boats or cars or goods, whatever, all across the country. Like,
Could you imagine the tow edition being able to come from the factory? This is DDC wheels on it.
Mhm.
That'd be fucking.
did you see
hot.
the like Alcoa looking wheels on that long hauler?
Yeah.
That'd be freaking awesome.
Like you get me some really good, nice looking, flashy wheels on there with some good highway tires. Because again, this is the towing guy.
Yeah.
You know, they're not putting the shittiest, highway towing tires they can. Let's get some good brand name tires on there.
Yeah.
Make it a towing edition. Give it some extra gauges. Give it a factory air compressor.
Yep.
Just make it
Air ride. Do air ride
dually
back,
with ram boxes.
ram
Because you need the
boxes
storage
for
and
straps,
and
for all
honestly,
sorts of stuff.
most of these guys are not. They're the long hauler guys. Like, okay, bed space is nice, but for the most part, you're towing.
Yeah.
Okay, having lockable factory storage would be absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
Also, imagine if they did ram boxes and actually utilized the hump from dualies. From a dually.
Yeah. 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 Made it. Yeah.
Ram, get at me.
Yeah. Yeah. Seriously.
Ben at dieselpowerproducts.com. Tyler at dieselpowerproducts.com. Don't worry. We got it all sketched out. We got a couple of cocktail napkins.
Yeah.
It's all finalized. Real scientific shit.
All up in here. This is
Yeah.
a steel trap.
I got about 15 post-it notes with everything you need on there.
Yeah. No, I think it'd be cool. I think that would be, but it's probably not going to happen.
No.
I think a lot of these companies are kind of posturing the whole like electric thing,
Mhm.
but they ain't really doing it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, yeah, they are doing it, but they're not like putting all their chips in that on that bet.
I don't think you're going to see any diesel truck movement as far as like I think everybody's plateauing right now. Everybody's kind of pumping the brakes until the next presidential election.
Yeah.
Personally, because we did see like where Ford paused taking orders on new trucks. I don't know if every other manufacturer is gonna partake in that or not, but I think you're gonna see a pause in and it's bad for us because we're in the aftermarket truck market,
Right.
But I think you're gonna see a pause in OEM diesel. I can see it both ways. You're gonna see a pause by those that are waiting to see what happens, and then they're going to move forward, and this is honestly where like this is a Ram move, okay? Or you're going to see, because this is the SRT and the van move,
Yeah.
or you're going to see like, hey guys, we don't know what's going to happen in like 2.5 years, so we've got 2.5 years to do as much badass shit as we can think of.
Yeah.
So go get Daryl, the guy that put the SRT in the van.
Yeah.
Get him over here. Let's go buck.
Yeah. Let's
Like-
let's get him drunk and see what he
yeah.
comes up with.
Let's get him drunk. we'll steal the keys to his Camaro.
Yeah.
And
Seriously. Yeah. No, I think as far as new manufacturers, like or manufacturers that still like Ram is the one that's just like they just give you that feeling of like, yeah, we don't care. Yeah.
well, it all goes back to
we're
that.
here to party and make cool shit.
What was that ad they have where it was like George Washington riding into the river? Not George Washington. Was it George Washington? Like riding into battle in a Challenger or a Charger or something like that?
Or was it Honest Abe?
What's that?
Abraham Lincoln? Or was it?
Was it Lincoln?
I have no idea.
No, I thought it was like
They had the best commercials. They like
yeah.
they always did. Yeah.
I'm gonna find it right here. I guarantee that's. I think it was George Washington. They did like all.
I think it was George
like
Washington.
revolutionary
Yeah.
American moments, and they all happened to be driving Chargers.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah. That's it's epic. I feel like all the other manufacturers are like doing like the old, like
Dodge George Washington commercial. Yeah, original George Washington Challenger. Yeah, you can't see it right there, but like you see his face.
Oh, we're watching that after this episode.
with the white curly wig hair and a Challenger.
Yeah. Seriously. No, that's epic. But yeah, that's kind of all I got for this episode.
Yeah.
That was
Ladies and
actually,
gentlemen.
I had no idea we were at already almost an hour. And that was just kind of an off the cuff, like
It was.
kind of random one. But
That being said, thanks everyone for tuning in. Again, episodes come out every Thursday. Make sure and check out our Instagram page every Wednesday, right around 5 p.m. Pacific time, for a live chat, interview, beers with the boys, whatever you want to call it. And we appreciate every single one of you. Make sure and let us know if you order from us, because we got to keep the wheels going. We're a business, straight up.
Yeah.
All right, folks. Corey, anything else? Corey, what's your favorite band, hands down? Go. Bring Me the Horizon. Corey's favorite band, Bring Me the Horizon. Totally understand why. Tyler?
I like Tyler Childers, Hardy. Those are probably my two favorite right now. Kind of new and kind of, well, he's like Appalachian, like kind of old style country, but new.
Yeah.
Newer.
Like Corey, I have a hard time naming my favorite number one band. I think Bring Me the Horizon is a great one. If I had to nail it down, and it's very hard for me, I probably would go Deftones. But a close second, it's going to sound crazy, Rebel Sun.
Never heard of them.
It's two guys. They're from the South. They've put out an album every year for about 19, 20 years. They've got everything from really, really traditional Southern style country to also just redneck, like everything you'd. I'm going to pick up a human and hit you with it.
Yeah.
Like that type of shit. So, yeah. If you haven't checked them out, check them out now. That's your music recommendation for the week. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye.